Today we're going to see what it sounds like when I run an acoustic guitar through our pedals. So a little while back, a friend sent me a acoustic guitar pickup that he just had lying around, and he said I thought it might be interesting to see what it's like when you run some of your pedals through but with an acoustic, and thought it was a good idea. And to be honest, I received the pickup and then totally forgot about it. I don't really play acoustic guitar that often. I have this old cheap one that I've had for ages, just sat around. God knows when was the last time I changed the strings, and I'm not gonna bother doing it just for this video. So it's an old guitar that is probably barely in tune. I'll tune it up and get it all ready to go. But yeah, it's something called a Shadow pickup. I don't know if that's the brand, I'm assuming. But it's just an encased, like a wooden case with, I'm assuming some kind of piezo pickup in or something, attached with a jack plug at the other end, which I've taken straight out into the pedal board I've got in front of me, which has got all of our current pedals on from this lineup. So I'm basically just going to try and run through them one at a time, maybe do some combinations of stuff. We'll start off fairly mild, maybe with some delay and reverb, because I think they're pretty common effects for acoustic, and then we'll try some of the craziest stuff that isn't really meant for acoustic, but we'll see what it sounds like. I'm only running in mono for this. I'm not doing any fancy stereo stuff because I feel like we're going to run into enough phasing and feedback problems without trying to introduce stereo into this equation, so we'll just stick with mono for now. Right, so here's the acoustic. As you can see, I've just gaffer taped this pickup to the sound hole because, like I said, I'm not much of an acoustic player, but we'll see. So I haven't put much of an effort in. You can just see the cable kind of just dangling off there, but it'll do for now. So yeah, this is what the guitar sounds like, just with no pedals turned on, just straight into the amp and into the interface. So pretty standard. It's not the best pickup in the world for acoustic sounds. It just kind of sounds like a generic clean acoustic. So, but that's good. That's good enough for this. So I think we're going to start with the Junipero and just do like a nice chorusy kind of sound. I think that might be pretty good for acoustic. Cool. Okay, I think that sounded pretty good. Maybe I'll try some of the different effects in the Junipero. I'll just run through a few, and we'll see how that sounds. Okay, that was good. I think that sounded all right. Nothing too crazy. It's just, clean guitar sound with modulation. So I think let's try the Duplo now. Again, I think this one's going to be pretty decent delay sound. It's pretty common for acoustics. Yeah, again, pretty good. I think there's a lot of noise coming from this pickup, so apologies if this is really noisy and grainy to listen to, but when I edit it back, I'll try and see if I can filter out some of that. I'm pretty sure it's all coming from this pickup, because we never get issues like this with the electric, so forgive me if it's noisy, but it's probably about to get a whole lot noisier, because I'm going to move on to some of the drive and fuzz pedals now. We'll start off fairly mild, I think, with the surplus and maybe the cranium, so pretty reasonable overdrive and distortion pedals, but then we'll move on to some of the craziest stuff, and hopefully I don't get blown away by the feedback. Okay, so here's the surplus. Okay, and here's the cranium. Okay, here's the American Geek. Surprisingly not as noisy as I thought it was going to be. It's still a bit much, but yeah, not too bad. No crazy feedback yet from those three, so try the Seaver next. Spoke too soon, obviously. Let's try and tame that a little bit. Okay, that was a lot, and the weirdest ones are yet to come. I think I'm going to try the Sono next, because that's got a clean blend on it, which obviously meant for bass pedals. But I think in this instance it might be quite helpful, because we can blend in the unaltered acoustic sound with the drive and the fuzz, and I think that might be quite nice. Maybe some weird kind of textures that could be used. Maybe give you guys some ideas for what you could use this with other than bass. But yeah, let's see what it sounds like. Well, that sounds doesn't it? God, Okay, we'll try the fuzz side of the Sono and see if that sounds any better, because that was terrible. So for those of you that want to start an acoustic shoegaze band, I think maybe you could try that. Jesus Christ. Okay. I've left these two until last, because I think these are probably going to be the weirdest ones. So it's the Foxton Woods and the Cyclone. Obviously, the Foxton is a vintage octave up kind of Fox tone machine kind of fuzz, and the Cyclone is obviously a kind of weird oscillating sub-octave. It's crazy enough on electric guitar, so God knows what it's going to sound like on acoustic. But we'll try the Foxton first, and then we'll move into the Cyclone. It sounds so bad that I'm forgetting how to play. Good God. Okay. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to try the Cyclone. I'm kind of scared to even turn this one on, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. The volume's turned all the way down, so I'll bring it in gradually, and we'll see what kind of weird stuff it does. Okay, that's a quiet setting. Finally got it to. What does it sound like? Oh, okay. That's enough of that. I think it's fair to say that I don't think the Cyclone is that well suited to acoustic. But I think that's it. I don't know if this has been a success or not. Maybe successful in telling you that you shouldn't use fuzz pedals on acoustic. But I think the delay and I think the Junipero and the Duplo, I think they sounded all right. So yeah, I think maybe we'll call this one a draw, maybe. Thank you all for watching. I'll post links to the description so you can see more info about any of the pedals over at our website. Check out our social media channels on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter if you want to see what we're up to on more of a daily basis, and we'll see you next time.